right, we arrived in Bali, our second red eye in 2 weeks, and we were sleepy. And we made it though. Super sleepy. And that first night, we basically slept how many hours, guys?
Nora, you know how long you just slept? 15 hours. Whoa, jet lag.
So we woke up basically in the afternoon of our one day in Kuta, and we went to explore the beautiful beaches of Bali.
We wandered around the beach and saw the colorful umbrellas, and were able to watch the sunset and just kind of roam and enjoy being along the water.
Yeah, a good first night in Bali. But then the next morning, we were off to our place in the Balinese countryside.
After our first stay in Kuta, we were on our way about 2 hours from the airport to the hideout.
Yeah, this place, one of the most anticipated stays of our entire trip. It's these bamboo houses that are nestled in to this jungle, rice field, countryside of Bali. And it was amazing. We got there, walked along this path to our house, and then Nora, what did you do?
Gave them a tour.
She gave us a tour of the house.
Welcome to a place in Bali. I'll show you around.
Ooh.
Come with me. It's pretty cool. This is our little garden. We have a kitty.
You have a what?
Kitty. It's a kitty.
Now this house is set along a river, open to the elements, and really, really beautiful, really comfortable.
Yeah. There wasn't much to do. We just kind of hung out, played games, sat in a hammock, read, enjoyed some coffee. And then, but the biggest thing for the kids was there was a local cat that would come by.
Yeah, it was adorable. We picked her up like she was a little baby.
Yeah, and while it was open to the elements, we really didn't have many creatures come in. But one morning, the cat, while I was up super early, brought a nice little meal up to the bedroom. Kitty, kitty.
Oh boy.
A nice little mouse.
Rat.
A rat. It was huge and disgusting, but fascinating. And Nora and Hazel were best friends with this cat.
Nora, don't let him lick you. He just ate a mouse.
That's weird.
Yeah, they would wake up in the morning. Basically, the cat would stare at us during the night. And Nora would wake up and serenade the cat with a couple songs on the ukulele. Another great part of the hideout was the meals brought to us every day. Breakfast every morning, we would wake up, sit in the hammock, have coffee, and really just cheers to an awesome day ahead.
Cheers for Bali.
Cheers, guys.
One of the things the kids enjoyed was taking some flowers and turning them into wishes, and they would make a wish as they threw each petal into the river. And the kids had some interesting wishes. What do I do?
You throw it, you go out there and throw it into that ocean and make wish.
And make a wish. Okay. Do you want to make a wish too? Just me? And should Nora make a wish?
We'll make a wish too. Daddy, you make a wish. We have to do it at the same time.
All right.
Our wish is
Everyone make a wish. Can we blow on it or anything, or just throw it?
I wish I could be a human.
You wish you could be what?
A human.
A human?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could be am a human.
You already are a human.
It was one of those things, like, again, we didn't leave it the entire 2 nights, 3 days we were there, but it was just such an amazing spot, and we wanted to soak in every part of it. And so, laid out, made wishes, and really just enjoyed our time in this awesome place within Bali. And before we knew it, our time at the hideout was over. It was a lovely stay, once in a lifetime experience, and we really enjoyed our time there. We're so glad to be able to get out to this little gem.
Before we knew it, our time at the hideout was over, and we decided to keep journeying around the island of Bali and go to the far east coast to Ubud.
Yeah. So we were already out this far outside of the main cities that we figured we kind of had to explore more off the beaten path. And Ubud, didn't expect much from it, but it was really cool. And similar to the hideout, really the place we stayed at, our Airbnb, was the star of the show. All right, here we are. Airbnb number 3 of Bali already. Day 5 and already number 3. Ashling Villa.
Welcome.
Little cabana, the pool, Yoga Kelly. We look out here to the ocean. Look at all that unspoiled beach. There we go. It was gorgeous. It had a pool. It was right on the ocean. And then Mount Agung, this active volcano, was hovering over us. And one of the first things we saw when we got to our new place was what, Nora?
A snorkeling mask.
A snorkeling mask. And we didn't think anything of it at first, but Nora was determined to learn how to snorkel. And we said, you know what, if you can learn it over the couple days we're here, we can go out in the ocean. And what happened after a couple days?
I learned.
She learned, and we went in the ocean. Snorkeling. After 2 days of practice, we're giving Nora the green light to try snorkeling for the first time. You excited, Nora? Maybe later. All right, here goes nothing.
Dad, going snorkeling! Hooray!
Again?
I want to go deeper.
All right, let's go deeper. Let's do it deeper. Snorkeling, baby. High five. Awesome. Are you proud of yourself? Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah.
And how was it, Nora?
Good.
Super good. Super impressive. It was a lot of fun. I think she was more brave in the ocean than even I was. But it was a fun, cool experience, and it was just awesome to see her learn and be determined and figure out how to do it. Good job, Nora. Good. How was it, Nora?
Good.
What'd you see?
Fish.
What do they look like?
Fish.
Ubud is a little off the typical tourist track in Bali, and it was really nice to, one, have a place to relax, and two, just to see more authentic life.
Yeah.
And while we were there, we had a chance to see what we later learned was a Hindu celebration. One morning, there just was a huge procession of people walking along the beach that probably lasted
10, 15 minutes. It was amazing.
It was long, yeah. And later that day, there was a big celebration just a little bit farther down on the beach from us. So we were able to go and kind of watch from afar.
All right, we are heading to where, Kel?
local festival or celebration on the
Something.
beach.
We really don't know, but it's like 2 houses away from us at this public beach. It looks cool. Everyone's dressed up. I saw a pig being carried for a pig roast. We'll see. No idea.
And then we had a chance to interact with some of the kids that were at the celebration.
Yeah, the kids came down to us on the beach just while we were sitting there. I was skipping rocks and decided to try to teach them how to skip rocks too. And so a couple took to that, taught them, and it was just a really cool experience with some local people in Ahmed. So this place in Ahmed, between the pool, the ocean, interacting with a lot of the locals, was as cool as the hideout was. Different ways, but we really enjoyed our time there. And all of a sudden, just as quick as the hideout, our place in Ahmed's time was over. And we were then off to the main city of Ubud.
Cheers for a goodbye.
Whoa, you guys, what do you think?
One of the fascinating things about Ubud and the surrounding areas of Bali were all these temples dedicated to different Hindu gods. And so we went to as many as we could, and each were fascinating in their own respects, whether it was a bat cave, a water temple, and just a myriad of others. We went, we explored, and we had fun.
I know the seasons ain't been changing, and every day looks like rain, but I keep hoping for that sun.
Hazel, do you see all the bats?
That's never gonna change, but I still wanna be with everyone. I know there's something for you out there in this life. I know there's something for you out there in this life. The rivers are getting low and the skyscrapers all cover the town, but I still work until the day's done. The people
Ready for the tour to Empul? What do you guys wearing? Sarong.
I know there's something for you out there.
Here at the Tirta Empul, which is a Hindu temple here near Ubud that is known for its holy water. And you can actually take a dip in the holy water. So guys, are we gonna take a dip?
For us in the light.
We are making our way, wet sarongs and all, to the holy water temple. Girls ready?
I'm
We are leaving Tirta Empul fountain. It was really cool. I mean, so many fountains. I thought you just went in one, but you actually go through the full series of fountains here. And quite spiritual. Really cool. Tirta Empul, Hindu fountain, holy water. What'd you think?
It's good.
Was it pretty cool to go in those fountains?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that's holy water?
What's holy water?
Something for you out there in this life.
We had plenty of low-key days while we were in Ubud. We really spent a lot of time hanging out at our place, swimming, and also finding some kid-friendly activities. We went to yoga for Nora and some kids sing-alongs and the library that unfortunately didn't have electricity the day
no
we
power,
were there.
whatever.
But we made it work. So did a lot of just kind of kid-friendly regular activities.
And one of our most kid-friendly activities was visiting
Kitty Villa.
Kitty Villa.
Hello, kitties and cats and kittens.
All right, so we are at a cool place in Ubud called Villa Kitty, and it's a place with just, it seems like hundreds of kitties here that they've rescued, and it's a shelter for them so they don't have to be on the streets of Ubud and through Bali, and the kids are loving it. It's very cool. So we're gonna spend some time and pet some cats.
There's mommy cats and daddies and babies.
Lots of
Yeah,
babies.
and we went to the where the babies were
And we played with them.
yeah.
Right?
And guess what? Hazel squeezed one so tight that the kitty was like, "Ah."
Yeah, Hazel loved the kittens maybe too much.
too.
And Nora did too much. And it was cool. I mean, it was hundreds of cats, hundreds of kittens. The kids still talk about their visit there. I think they still want to go back about 100 times if they could.
100. I mean, a million.
A million, that's a lot of times. But Kitty Villa, really fun, off the beaten path of Ubud, very fun, and maybe the highlight of the trip for the kids. Maybe.
Best day ever! Yay!
All right, Nora, did you like Villa Kitty?
Yeah.
How cool was that?
Can we come again?
Yeah.
Yay!
We did a lot of day trips so that we were able to just see all the natural beauty that Bali has to offer. We went to the Tegala Lake,
Yeah.
rice terraces.
All right, here we are. The Talaling rice terraces. Just beautiful. Look at that.
What?
What do you see here?
What?
Is there a ton of rice? Yeah. Wow.
Which was beautiful, and also had a good opportunity for Nora to learn about how rice is made.
Yeah. And they're just layers upon layers of rice. And it's a little busy, but it's very cool. We met kind of a local rice farmer, harvester, and beyond that explored, walked throughout the terraces, got lost, but really enjoyed our time.
From there, we checked out a few waterfalls.
Tibumanu, I think it's called, yeah.
That one was beautiful, and the kids loved to just kind of walk in and get pretty close.
And then we went to one other, which really gave us our first taste of how busy Bali could be, packed with people taking photographs. And this is considered low season, so I can't even fathom what busy season means in Bali.
Canto Lampa waterfall. That one was busy. Oofta galufta.
One morning, I set off on a solo trip to Nusa Penida. Now, Nusa Penida is this island off the coast of Bali. And while the family could have done it with me, the boat ride and the hiking was just a little more gnarly than I think they were ready for. So I set out on my own. And when I went to go on the boat, I figured, there'd be 2 boats, maybe 3. I got there, and there were about 20 to 25 boats, and I immediately realized this is gonna be a little bit busier than I thought. So I dropped my shoes off, got on the boat, and then it was about a 40-hour boat ride to Nusa Penida. Got to Nusa Penida, picked up my shoes, found my driver, and we were on our way to explore.
Made it to Nusa Penida. Busy, super busy. Look around me. People. I think that's gonna be the theme of today, but we'll see.
Well, it's gained a ton of popularity in the last 5 years. Still has very dicey roads, very tricky to get around. But we made it to our first stop, which was Diamond Beach. And Diamond Beach was basically inaccessible even 12 months ago. They built stairs into this granite wall where you could walk down to the beach. And the beach itself was epic.
All right, those are the steps leading down to the beach. They're a doozy, but man, it's worth it. We've walked Diamond Beach solo, which is a little depressing, but I don't think the kids can make it down those steps. But man, it's gorgeous here. It really is. Pretty gnarly waves too. It's gonna go swimming, but I feel like I'll get thrashed.
Next stop was the famous Nusa Penida treehouse. Now, I don't know if anyone used to live here, but set apart on this gorgeous piece of land, and you could actually go in the treehouse. So did just that, and I think I could live there. Could you live there, Nora?
I don't even know what it looks like.
Count that as a yes.
All right, we're here at the world famous, I don't know, Nusa Penida treehouse, and the views are just amazing. You gotta pay $50,000 to enter it, but worth it. You've come this far, might as well. Very cool though. Wish I lived here.
And now, while the first couple stops were pretty tame, pretty low-key, the last spot was very evident the most popular spot on Nusa Penida. Kiling Beach. Final stop of the day. It's been a long one, but this last one, Kiling Beach, is just gnarly. Look at those waves and the color and that rock formation. Gnarly. Whew. One of the coolest beaches I've ever seen. Rock formations that kind of look like a dinosaur, and this ridiculous staircase leading all the way down to this beach. So I got there, checked it out, flew the drone around, and just really enjoyed this spot within Bali. And before we do it, we're back on our way to the boats and back to Bali.
Hey guys, what are we doing?
Craft time.
Join what we're thankful for.
Yes. Queso's thankful for quesos. We were able to celebrate Thanksgiving while we were in Bali. We were not able to find our traditional meal.
Next to impossible, I think.
Yeah.
All right, Bali, Thanksgiving 2019. We're going to some sort of Thanksgiving lunch here at a traditional Balinese restaurant. I can't imagine there's any turkey or stuffing or pumpkin pie. We're gonna do it.
But we did find a really delicious Balinese meal.
Yeah.
And
Some pie.
Apple
We found
pie.
a pie. And so, although it was weird to have Thanksgiving dinner in Bali, having a little bit of pie connected it, and certainly a Thanksgiving we won't soon forget.
yeah. And after all of that, our Bali adventure came to a close. We really loved it here. It's just a beautiful place with very friendly people, delicious food. It was a great stop.
It was fun. But guys, where are we off to next?
Australia!
Australia! Lots of me doing an Australian accent. It should be plenty annoying. Is that Australian? I don't know. But here we go. Australia, here we come. Bye, Bali. Bye.